get the win. Now let's head on over to our steel tip board, as this should be an interesting match here. Leonard Gates taking on Glen Richard. Or Glen Richard, I think it's Richard, is how he pronounces it. Let's go ahead and get our DC scoreboard up. You can see it's 1-0 in favor of Glen here. But Gates is off to a good start, 5.3 average in this leg. Did get the start as well, and that could be the deciding factor, is who gets the start. And I think it's Cork every leg here, so that's going to be an interesting factoid. Great 7 there from Glen. Dason Albert's joining us from North Dakota. Hey, Dason, hope you're doing well, buddy. Steve, that is a good question. I believe you can play them both. I could be mistaken, though. You may have to choose one for the weekend. But I would assume with the soft tip line, or the soft tip line being at 7'9" and a quarter, that you should be able to play both and transition between both. I don't see that being an issue, but they gave me a pamphlet with all the schedule and rules and format and stuff. And let me tell you, when you don't got a lot of time to read it, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to feed people information. But I'll try to figure that out ASAP. Maybe just ask a couple people as well. Ray Carver. Wow. Ray Carver tuning in. That is a name I don't think I've seen on the stream before. Hopefully you're doing well, Ray. Thanks for joining us for a few. Mark saying I always played both. Yeah, that's what I would assume. Anthony saying, I thought you were the guy with all the answers. Normally I am, especially when I have a sidekick here to commentate with, and we can kind of figure things out together. This weekend I'm all by myself. So it's going to be tough to do that one, unfortunately. I believe Ryan Mooneyham will be joining us virtually, hopefully. Looking forward to hearing his voice. I'm sure you all are as well. Get rid of this guy for a little while. Gates needing the single 15, 3 bowls. He's going to make the smart move and go ahead and pad those points to regain the lead. Kind of force Glen to hit another bowl here. He's going to have to come up with one to tie the lead, but not going to have a shot at kind of taking this leg. So just stay right there, put 75 on the board, and make Leonard hit a triple. Tell he's searching there. He wasn't quite happy with the first 2 darts being thrown. Wasn't happy the first either as he moved to the 18 and then the 16. Josh saying Will's commentary is better, man. I don't know what you're listening to, but wake up a little bit, bud. I'm the production guy. I just splash in some commentary here and there and hope it goes well. Nah, we appreciate you saying that, Josh. Thank you very much. Ray saying I'm doing okay, getting a lot of sun, doing some yard work. Can't complain about that, my guy. I wish I had a little bit more time to do some yard work. I do enjoy that. Big trip 18, looking for another big darts there from Gates. It's a 7 mark on the 18s. It looks like a 7 mark. It is a 7 mark there for him. Hilger, quick to say, but seriously, Ray Carver is the most naturally talented player that I've ever seen in my 30 years of playing. Definitely a smooth stroke for Mr. Ray Carver. No denying that one. And really interesting here is Glen's kind of forced Leonard to throw the darts he wants him to, and he's got darts here to win this leg. Take the opportunity, big triple, trip 16 to win. My goodness, what a hit from Glen Richard as he takes the second leg with a 4.2 average, ladies and gentlemen. What a match. What a leg we just saw there. I can't say match as the match isn't over yet. What a leg to hold on there for Glen. And what a 7 mark to win the leg, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Glen needing just the one. And you can see the match averages there. 3.8 for Gates, a 4.4 for Glen. So it's going to be 3 on the spin if Gates hopes to win this one, and he opens with a 9 mark, ladies and gentlemen. Great start for Gates. And you can see Glen acknowledge. He says, good job, and moves about his business. I may be mistaken, but I think this is a rematch of last year's final. Caden Anderson may have been in the mix there. I can't remember exactly when. Oh, my goodness. Perfect so far for Gates. Trip 18, trip 17. And you screwed it up there, my guy. No, I'm just kidding. Great shot nonetheless. 9 mark falls in with a 7. Man, it's crazy to think somebody said, man, these are some bad darts earlier. You just got like a minute part of this tournament, as we've got some heavy hitters here with these two and numerous others. We got your Kevin Luke, your Brandon Brown, your Sidney Bond, your Jason Yoders, all those individuals. I mean, Trish Gretzik and Jason Barlow, Maria Carley coming down from Canada even to participate in this event. So we're going to see some great shots. We're going to see some not so great shots. We're going to see some, people that are just starting out with their game, but it's also good to remember that, as Gates just threw in a hefty 6.0 in that leg. 6.0, folks. Now we're tied at 4.2 for the match averages. Incredible. Incredible. I'm ecstatic that they threw this match over on to our finals board. Of course, why wouldn't they? It's a finals. Now this is when, does Glen start having a moment of uneasiness or not? Good? Okay. Rhonda came in here and scared the bejeebies out of me, just creeping up on me. Jeez Louise. Yeah, so I'm wondering if Glen has a moment of tenseness here, knowing that Gates is going to be on him or not. There's a good 5 mark from him. But Gates is definitely finding his groove here, and that can be difficult. Now, Glen is quite a good player as well, so you can just take one round at the board for him to kind of get back in form. Solid back-to-back 5s, but Gates is just a little bit too much to handle still in this leg. Even just 3 fat 16s is okay for Gates here. Just close the bed and make Glen move on to the 15s. Yeah, good 5 marks. So 3 back-to-back to back for Glen on the 5 marks. Forces Gates back upstairs to the 20s to pad some points. Now, this is exactly what Glen did in that second leg, ladies and gentlemen. He kind of kept himself in the groove, kept himself in the mix, and then when he needed to hit that big 7 mark, he did exactly that to take the 2-0 lead. And look at that. There's a perfectly timed 7 there for Glen. Now Gates got to hit a triple. I think he finds it with his 3rd. I think it's just into that triple bed. 95 on the board for him. So once again, up to Glen to kind of grab a couple trip 15s here. Stay right there. Ooh. Just into that neighboring 10. Unlucky there for him. I think Gates will take a shot now at the 15s. Yep. On to the next one. We're set for a 2-2 score line, I believe, folks. All right, there we go. Glen, unfortunately, can't find it there in that one, but Leonard does take the leg, forcing a 2-2 matchup. Once again, those match averages, 4.2 for Gates, 4.1 for Glen, so it was just that really uneasy opener for him of 2 marks. And then Gates does this. Gates starts off with a white horse and just kind of dang near slams that door shut. A well-timed white horse is just detrimental to you mentally if you're an opponent. I mean, it's one thing to hit a 9 on the 20s. It's completely different if he hits a white horse, because then you're just like, oh, man, that's 3 houses. How am I going to close those? The only answer is try to hit a 9 mark on the 17s, and even that's not enough sometimes. See if Glen can capitalize on a 7 mark or more here. It is a 7 mark. More would have been nice, as Gates kind of shakes his head, but he knows just a triple is fine. And he's not even going for the triple first. You see that? He went for the 16s first. Now he's going to have to work his way. Yeah, he just goes ahead and closes the 16s. Even down in points, Gates is kind of thinking, all righty, we'll see what we can do here. You're going to have to hit perfect in order to best me. But Glen makes the right decision, going to the 15s. I don't know how I feel there. I maybe would have stayed on the 15s myself. But you can't blame him for taking a shot. Difficult play nonetheless. Just 2 there on the 15. So all in Gates' favor now, as he can go ahead and just 1, 2, 3 the 15s. No harm, no foul. That's exactly what he's going to do. Just 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that number. Close it out. Glen's only option is the Bulls now. We'll try to hit a double here to open it up. Not meant to be. So Gates needing the double for the win. And I think that is the double for the win. Yes, it is. Leonard Gates, ladies and gentlemen, is your champion. As He beats Glen Richard 3-2 with a 4.2 match average. Glenn with a 4.1. He just kind of shakes his head. I guess I can't do much there. Yeah, that's correct, man. You put on a heck of a fight. Unfortunately, just wasn't enough. I believe I've got that replay for you, folks. Let's see. Single, and you can just barely see the double happen here from Leonard, but